So you keep it up here. You don't.
No, I put it
Oh, you
on
put
there.
it.
Picture. And all it is, it's really cool. I really like it. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's the well-known one.
I love it. It's just,
That's like 75 bucks.
yeah.
And I don't know how this one works, but it's very hard to press it that 2 pages
Turn on
go.
the right and turn
Yeah.
on the left. That's it.
It's very hard
That's
to
it.
hit it. Even if you hit it harder, it doesn't go like 2-3 pages. It's very,
No, this one? Oh, that one. You mean.
Yeah, very
This
set.
one, no, I just touch, and then if in case it does run, I just go back. That's all. So that's it. Yeah, here.
It was the first year.
Syncs? Okay.
You have that. Yes, I don't have that. It just goes. Isn't that good? That could be distracting.
I like that.
Like that? Yeah. Really? What program you use?
What's that?
What program you use?
Fourscore.
Oh, yeah, no, I cut that off. I drive me nuts. But it's no. This was the first year I did High Holidays where this, and it was such a pleasure. Just using the feet and just not having to. Even when I use this, having to hit it and and stop playing and hit the bottom corner, and sometimes you hit it and it goes into edit mode by mistake and whatever. So it's the only way to do it. Only scary part is if if this doesn't work or something happens, and I don't carry backup music. I mean that's ridiculous. It defeats the purpose. I'm gonna walk around with a folder everywhere I go in case.
No.
I did it on High Holidays for the first time, and it's no big deal. Just put it on the side. I had it there. I said, you know what? No way I'm not do that.
Go sing along.
Yeah, go ahead.
ay, 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 ay,
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to all of us here, to everybody who is joining us on our live stream. Shabbat Shalom. It's great to be here with amazing artists to help us set our tone for this Shabbat. We'll be hearing a lot more from Donnie and from our accompanist, David, thank you, throughout the evening, of course. But just also to set our tone for Shabbat, for this particular Torah portion. There's, in so many ways, it's a wonderful Torah portion. In a few minutes, we'll be singing Lecha Dodi. And as is our custom, we'll rise at the 9th verse and welcome the Sabbath bride here with us tonight. And there is also a bride in this week's Torah portion, Rebecca. Rebecca is both sought after by Abraham's servant, and then comes to meet Isaac. And this beautiful moment happens as she's approaching Isaac. She sees him from a distance. She's riding on a camel, and she sees him, and the text, it's not totally clear, but it seems like she falls off her camel when she sees him. She's so taken. And I know we fall in love with people for lots of reasons, but how we encounter someone is one of those reasons. How they seem to us is one of those reasons. As Shabbat enters tonight, as we encounter Shabbat, what would it be like if we fell off our camel? What would it be like if we let the music of tonight, of Shabbat every week for that matter, make us fall off our camel? That we were so taken with this day that we just fall off of our camel. Shabbat Shalom, page 142.
Shabbat Shalom. What a joy to be here. What a pleasure to be here. We're going to sing Shalom Aleichem, and we're only going to say the words for the 3 verses. The 4th one, Hasidic custom to leave, not said on Friday night, because the 4th verse says, leave in peace. And as my grandmother taught me, when guests arrive, don't immediately wish them to leave. So we don't sing the 4th verse on Friday night. We leave it suspended tomorrow night when everybody comes back for the concert, right? Then we'll sing Tzetchem LeShalom in order to usher in the new week. But tonight, ooh, for the 4th verse.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi HaSharet, Malachi Elyon, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malchi HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Hopefully for the next 25 hours at least, you'll be tripping over angels. You know, Halacha says that we can not say Havdalah until Tuesday night. It's permissible. You forgot, you were sick, you were on a trip, Tuesday night. So there's a rabbi in Jerusalem, the Amnishov Rebbe, who only accepts guests on Wednesday. Because Thursday, Shabbat is almost there, Friday, no, she's here already. And then he forgets to say Havdalah until Tuesday. So may we merit to be able to live in a state where we have holiness for 6 days of the week and just one mundane day.
And it's wonderful to be able to welcome guests on that mundane day. However, we are so blessed to welcome you to our congregation tonight and tomorrow night. So thank you for being here, and welcome to everyone who is sharing this very special Shabbat with us and with our special guest artist, Dani Massing.
Handout. We can. No, it's okay.
We are now at the 6 Psalms leading into Lecha Dodi, but we're compassionate, so we're only going to do 3, and then we'll go into Lecha Dodi. I'll speak before Lecha Dodi.
לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני, לכו נרננה לאדוני, להריע לצור נשענו, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני, לכו נרננה לאדוני, להריע לצור נשענו, נקמה פניו בתודה, נקמה פניו בתודה, נקמה פניו בתודה, בתודה, בשבירו נריע לו, נקמה פניו בתודה, נקמה פניו בתודה, נקמה פניו בתודה, בתודה, בשבירו נריע לו. שירו לאדוני, שירו, 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 שיר חדש. שירו, שירו לאדוני, שירו כל הארץ. שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, מסרו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו, שירו לאדוני, שירו, 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 שיר חדש. שירו, שירו לאדוני, שירו כל הארץ. שעה ותשמח ציון ותגרנה בנות יהודה. 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 שעה, שעה, שעה ותשמח. שעה ותשמח ציון ותגרנה בנות יהודה. שעה ותשמח ציון ותגרנה בנות יהודה. ותגרנה בנות יהודה.
There is so much to say about Lecha Dodi, and we don't have the time. We don't have the time because I'm just here for a weekend, and we need a year to discuss Lecha Dodi. In the entire Siddur, there's not a holier, more amazing, extraordinary, mind-blowing thing than Lecha Dodi, which is all a creation of Rabbi Shlomo Alkabetz, 16th century Tzfat. I'll leave you just with this. He wrote it in order to fix the world tonight, right now. If everybody sings Lecha Dodi like with all their hearts, stuff will begin to change. You don't believe me? Every word, every letter in Lecha Dodi has meaning. It's an acrostic. It deals with God's emanations. It deals with Jerusalem and Shabbat, deals with everything. Just know one little thing. The line, Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela, 7 words. Okay, 7 words, 7 days of the week. That's cool. First line, 15 letters. 15 in Hebrew, Yod Hey. Second line, 11 letters. 11 letters in Hebrew, Vav Hey. Yod Hey, Vav Hey. Putting God's name together again. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, right? Well, all the king's soldiers and all the king's men and women are supposed to put God's name back together again because we broke it. So no great pressure, but the salvation of the world depends upon you. Therefore, we will sing, as is customary in my congregation in Makom Eleh, the 9 verses, and I pick the shortest melody that I can do for at least 5 of them. And then also, as is traditional, we flip the melody in Lo Tevoshi, which is the 6th verse, and it's a beautiful Hasidic melody. First one written by my Rebbe, by the Holy Stoppel Rebbe, and second one by the Muzhitzer Hasidim. So, Lecha Dodi, page
138.
138.
139.
Lecha dodi likat kala yalala 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 Neshavat megavela Lecha dodi likat kala yalala 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 Neshavat megavela Shamor lezavor ledimorecha Mishviyah
Ani
עושי, ואת אדוני תריצי, יבבים על יד איש בן ארצי, ונשמחה ונגיעה. שלום עטרת פעלה גם משמחה ובצהלה. תורנוני עם סגולה בואי קלה שבת נתתה.
So, Al-Kabetz put this together so that when we're done with Lecha Dodi, we go into Psalm 92, Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, a psalm for the Sabbath. I love it. I love Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat because it reminds us of something that is actually the theme of this entire weekend, and that's gratitude. And gratitude doesn't come automatically. It's a muscle that has to be exercised and worked. I am extraordinarily not grateful every morning, which is why the rabbis brilliantly stuck all the praise stuff in the morning, because they knew Jews would be grumpy, and they need to work on gratitude, because gratitude is its own reward. It's just so important, and I'll talk about it a bit later. So Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, a song, a psalm, a sung poem for the day of the Sabbath.
טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון. טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך. One more time, please. טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון. טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון. On this, the day of days, my lips shall sing your praise, for I know that you'll always be here surrounding me. טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון. טוב
So if you will please turn back in your prayer books to page 120 and 121. And I would like to invite to light our candles tonight Wendy and Ted Lawrence.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words that we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu le'adlek ner shel Shabbat.
We continue on page 146 with the Baruch Hu. Please rise if you're able.
So this beautiful melody we sang for the first time last week. So I think many of you it may be new for. So join in as you pick it up. It's simple and it's quite beautiful.
Ya-da-dai, ya-da-dai, dai-dai. Ya-da-dai, ya-da-dai, dai-dai. Ya-da-dai, dai-dai, dai-dai. Ya-da-dai, ya-da-dai. Let's do this one more time. Ya-da-dai, ya-da-dai, dai-dai. Ya-da-dai, ya-da-dai,
Please be seated. We continue reading together on the top of page 149. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv ha'ravim, and on the top of page 151 together. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Please rise once more if you're able.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We continue on page 158, Michamocha, our song of redemption.
Nora tehilot
וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Amen. Page 160.
Hashkivenu, lay us down, O God, for the sake of peace. And if you choose to raise us up tomorrow morning, it should be for the sake of life. That a human being doesn't come in this world just to consume, just to take. A human being comes in this world to bring peace and to bring life. And I love that we are asking at our most vulnerable time, at the time when we are asleep, when we are powerless, that even that time should be soaked with meaning. That there shouldn't be a moment of my life on earth that is not filled with meaning. Hashkivenu. 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 Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom, Leshalom. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu. Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom. V'hamidenu malkeinu lechayim uleshalom, uleshalom. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu. Adonai Eloheinu leshalom. Ufrosaleinu sukat shomecha. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu leshalom. Ushmor et tzeiteinu, uroeinu lechayim ushalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Aleinu sukat shlomecha. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu. Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu. Adonai Eloheinu leshalom. Genesis chapter 1 says, Betsalmo kidmuto bara otam, zachar v'nekeva bara otam. In God's image and God's likeness did God create the human, male and female, at the same time. Not male before female, not female before male, at the same time, in the image and likeness of God. Genesis chapter 1. We either take our Bible seriously or we don't. The Kabbalists realize, and therefore they understand that God has a feminine side and a masculine side. Friday evening belongs to the feminine side. It belongs to the Sabbath queen. And so we sing on a Friday evening, V'shamru b'nei Israel. The word V'shamru Kabbalistically doesn't mean kept. It doesn't mean they remembered. It means like keeping the seed. You remember the Da Vinci Code, the chalice, and just like that. If we sing correctly on Friday evening and we completely affirm God's feminine side, then on Saturday morning, which is the masculine side, then we sing Yismechu b'malchutecha, which is the masculine kind of God's kingship. If we do everything correctly, by Saturday night you'll notice that the candles are completely intertwined. The masculine and the feminine have completely melded into each other in total holiness. V'shamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, לדורותם, ברית עולם. שמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, לדורותם, ברית עולם. שמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי, וביום השביעי שבת, שבת וינפש. תשמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, לדורותם, ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם, לדורותם, ברית עולם.
I feel like that Hashkivenu is a lullaby. And that Veshamru is me on a move through my dreams, hopefully entering into, as I say every week, even though we've been filled with all of this amazing music, this is now the central prayer of this evening service. This is the liturgical high point of the service, even if maybe it isn't the musical high point of the service. But maybe that those dreams can take us to a place of recognizing the honor that we receive from our ancestors in the Amidah. We begin on page 164 out loud together, and we'll pray out loud together through page 170, and then continue either in the words in Hebrew or English through page 180, but if those words don't speak to you, that's okay too. Close your siddur, pray the words of your own heart, and when you're done with your prayer, please be seated. If you would, though, if you're able, page 142.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufia ki tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Elohei אבותינו ואימותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק, ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל, ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומר חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיים מתים אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מחכה חיים בחסד, בחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומסיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי המתים. אתה קדוש שמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום אלוהיך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Guard my tongue from evil and my roar from dimming even slightly. Guard my lips from speaking falsehoods, even though the truth is what can really maim. And to those who curse me, may my soul be silent and my heart roar beneath the surface of my burning eyes. And my soul shall be as dust, as earth, before and under everyone, for a blessing, for the benefit of strangers everywhere, especially the ones I'll never get to know. May my soul be fertile ground, compassionate ash of lion, turn to mead. Open up my heart and guard my gates, my comings and my goings. Once the gates are open, can the lion be contained? Chase me with your teaching, pursue me till my breath falls heavy unto you. Draw me near, subdue me with that thing you say is love. I have nothing but your word for it. May these words, these rumblings that I utter, may they be of help to someone. May the meditations of my breaking heart be acceptable before you, my hidden rock, my luminous, unyielding one. I yield. אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע ושפתיי מדבר מרמה ורמקל אליי נפשי תידום ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה אלוהי אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע ושפתיי מדבר מרע ורמקל אליי נפשי תידום ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה אלוהי אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע ושפתיי מדבר מרע ונמכר אליי נפשי תידום ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה נצור לשוני מרע ושפתיי מדבר מרע ולמכר אליי נפשי תידום ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה אלוהי אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע ושפתיי מדבר מרמה ולמכר אליי נפשי תידום ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה אלוהי אלוהי יהיו לרצון אמרי פי בהגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני 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 צורי אדוני
page 371. Oh, excuse me, in your handout. In your handout. We take a few moments, and I hope taking some of the beautiful energy in this room, the healing that we all, I think, experience from this music, and seek to also spread it out into the world. For those here maybe among us this evening, but also our friends and family, loved ones who are in need of healing here in Ann Arbor, in Michigan, in this country, in the world. As a community, we are particularly mindful of Debbie Pissarak, Joanne Blumberg, Valentina Wolfson, Hillary Handwerger, Milton Child, Bridget Ford, Sherilyn Ford, Joel Berger, Margaret Leslie, Steve Gill, Stacy Young, Sidney Usum, Barry Hopkins, Buddy Tepper, Carrie Thorpe, Rachel Charson-Tunk, David Seidenstecker, Terry Logan, Carol Morgan, Irving Borowitz, Dick Jordanson, Shelley Schwartz, Margaret Pooler, Melissa Dorfman, and Ben Romalino. If there are other names to add to our list for healing, please do so as my eyes meet yours.
מי שברך אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, שרה, רבקה, רחל ולאה, הוא יברך וירפא את החולים. Let's do it one more time. מי שברך אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, שרה, רבקה,
רחל ולאה הוא יברך וירפא את החולים. אלנה רפנה לה, אלנה רפנה לה, אלנה רפנה לה, אלנה רפנה לה. מי שברך אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, שרה, רבקה, רחל ולאה, הוא יברך וירפא את החולים. הוא יברך וירפא את החולים. הוא יברך וירפא את החולים.
May everyone who is in need of healing find healing. This is not magical praying. We don't believe that just because we say words, everybody is immediately healed. It's something a lot deeper than that. But I think that when you feel the energy in this room, and this room has some terrific energy, I have to tell you, I do get the privilege of traveling to a lot of places, and this room sounds wonderful. And by this room, I mean y'all. It really does. And I have to believe that that makes a difference. We once met a nun in Jerusalem, Sister Marie Jesus, and someone asked her if she doesn't get despondent after all the prayers that they pray and look at the world. And she said, "My dear, can you imagine the world if we weren't praying?" You know. So I want to speak about gratitude, and this is something that I wrote from my grandfather before I tell you a story. Walking down the street with Grandpa Harry, he'd squeeze my adolescent arm, say thank you, and I'd say, why? Just say it, thank you. Who to? I'd say. What for? Just say it for the sun, the sea, the monkeys down the block, for waking up begrudgingly this morning, for the endless days of giant turtles, for the shocking love of parrots, the song of Persian nightingales, the scent of orange blossoms in your veins, the taste of salt upon your skin, the sound of wine conspiring in a goblet, the bread we tear, the light the candles throw upon the verses we repeat each seventh day, the rush of tears when you depart, the traffic that collapses on the sidewalks of my Tel Aviv each Friday evening, the hedges that need trimming, the buildings that so urgently need washing, the sins that bear repeating, the songs that never leave you, my fingers running through your curls, your purring heart, the numbing knowledge that all of this will vanish way too soon. Say thank you. My grandfather was my teacher of gratitude. From the moment I knew him, every time I'd see him, he'd go, and every time we'd walk in, he would go, say thank you. Say thank you. Just thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because, he said, gratitude is good. It's good for the soul. That's why it says, Tov lehodot la'Adonai u'lezamer l'shimcha elyon. It is good to give thanks to God and to sing. It's not because God needs me to say thank you. It's because it's good for me to say thank you. That's why we say thank you over and over and over again, because I forget gratitude. And I shouldn't forget gratitude. My grandfather gave me everything I can imagine. All the love and the sweetness and the wisdom in the world I got from my grandfather at such a young age. My grandfather taught me that I once asked him, Saba, you always say about yourself that you're a chassid, but you don't look like a chassid, because my grandfather dressed civilian. And my grandfather said, Tatele, being a chassid is not a condition of your wardrobe, it's a condition of your soul. Yeah. And I loved that. I loved that about him. I loved the sweet chassidut that he taught me. He was so... looked like that. I didn't even know how religious my grandparents were until after my grandfather passed away. I was 25 years old, and I went to the kitchen and I took a dish out of the closet, and my grandmother said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm taking a dish." She said, "What are you going to have with it?" I said, "I'm going to have with it. I'm going to have a sandwich with." She said, "Milk on a fleshik plate?" And I said, "What? You're kosher?" And my grandmother said to me, "What did you think all these different dishes were for?" And I said, "I don't know, guests and Shabbat and Pesach." But that was my grandfather's religiosity was tzniut, was inside, modest, really and led by example. And the stories that he would tell me just uplifted me. So I want to tell you a little one about one of my favorite Hasidic Rebbes, about Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev. Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev was the sweetest of the sweetest Rebbes that ever existed. Guy couldn't say anything mean about anybody. And so the story was, however, that Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev was kind of like... he's a wild man, and he didn't have great table manners. He's very messy. And right at the same time that Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev was alive, there was Baruch of Medjugorje was alive. And Baruch of Medjugorje was the opposite of Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev. Baruch of Medjugorje was a very serious, august, stern man filled with a sense of duty and respect and, doing things the way there should be. And somebody asked him once, "Could you invite Levi Yitzchak over for a Shabbat meal?" And Baruch of Medjugorje thought about it and he said, "Look, I would love to. Nothing would be a greater honor, but Levi Yitzchak, he's going to go wild and he's just going to." I said, "Listen, please, it's such a music. Just invite Levi Yitzchak." He said, "Fine, I'll invite Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev over." So they invite Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev over, and everybody hears from all around the Ukraine. People are streaming into just to see Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev. And finally, Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev comes, and before the dinner, he says to Baruch of Medjugorje, he says, "Look, I know you're worried about the way I behave sometimes, but here's the thing. Don't ask me anything. Nothing whatsoever. I'm going to sit there like a plant. You'll do the candle lighting, the kiddush, the motzi, not a problem. Just no questions. And if there's no questions, the dinner will go by absolutely beautifully." Okay. So Hasidic minhag, they sit down to a Shabbat table with a talitot, with big talit. I have one like that at home. Really big. And Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev is sitting with his talit like that, sitting at the table. They say the kiddush. Fine. Everything's fine. They say the motzi, absolutely fine. Comes time for the meal. And there were a lot of people there. So they had some waiters. And the waiter comes over and says to Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev, "Rebbeinu, would you like fish or would you like soup?" And Levi Yitzchak says, "Would I like fish? What kind of a question?" And he flung his arms, and the wine and the gefilte fish goes flying up in the air, and put it like showering all over the place, right on Reb Baruch of Medjugorje's beautiful, clean, terrific talit. And there's dead silence in the room. And they're all looking at this stained talit. And Reb Baruch of Medjugorje says, "Don't anyone ever touch this talit." He said, "I've been waiting my entire life to have a holy talit, and I'm finally wearing one." Yeah. I hope that we can find sweetness and holiness everywhere that we look, just like my grandfather could find sweetness and holiness everywhere he looked. That we will never look for faults in other human beings, but just for the beauty in them, for the kindness, for the generosity, for the compassion that is surely tucked away somewhere in some people deep, but still tucked away somewhere there, and that we should learn to see only that. And so I want to give you finally a little gift. It's called Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat. It's a song, a hymn for the Shabbat. Tov lehodot laAdonai. It is good to give thanks to God. Ulezamer leshimcha elyon. And to sing to your name on high. Okay? So here we're going to sing, and here's how it goes. Here. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור. One more time from the beginning. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור. ירפו נאות מדבר, וגבעות תחגורנה, לבשו כרים הצאן, ועמקים יעטפו בר, יתרועעו אף ישירו. מזמור שיר, here we go. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור. ירפו נאות מדבר, וגבעות תחגורנה, לבשו כרים הצאן, ועמקים יעטפו בר, יתרועעו אף ישירו. מזמור שיר. מזמור שיר ליום שבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור. מזמור שיר, מזמור שיר ליום השבת.
Thank you for that beautiful story and beautiful song. We continue on page 586. Aleinu, please rise if you're able. Aleinu לשבח אדון הכל, לתת גדולה יוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלך, 591.
V'nemar v'haya Adonai v'melech al kol haaretz v'yom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo
Please be seated. It is a fearful thing to love what death can touch. A fearful thing to love, hope, dream, to be, and oh, to lose. A thing for fools this, and a holy thing to love. For your life has lived in me, your laugh once lifted me, your word was gift to me. To remember this brings a painful joy. 'Tis a human thing, love, a holy thing to love what death has touched. We are in the first 30 days of mourning, the period of Shloshim for Perry Stahl, Karen Simon, and Ward Bissell. Our yahrzeits this week are for William Adler, Sam Eru, Benjamin Baghdad, Molly Baghdad, Walter Baghdad, Patricia Bernstein, Lester Brower, Harry Castle, Gene Cohen, Saul Fisher, Rose Frank, Lily Gerberg, Saul Goldstein, Seymour Greenstone, Sanford Eisenson, Sylvia Kessler, Blanca Klinger, Jack Klinger, Hyman Lapidus, Mildred Lorraine, Louis Michaels, Herman Miller, Toby Ravin, Scott Rosen, Louis Rosengarten, Esther Schaefer, William Seaman, Julia Siegel Derfler, Helen Shapiro, Herbert Sidlow, Evelyn Solomon, Charles Stewart, John Wallace, Rita Wiener, Beatrice Weinstein, Herbert Wolfson, Shirley Young, and Tessie Horowitz. If there are other names to add to our list for mourning, please do so as my eyes meet yours. For all of those mentioned, for all of those who go unmentioned, and for all of those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we rise, page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chaye echon u'vyom echon, u'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'yemru amen. Yehei shemei Rabba mevarach le'olam olamei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudesha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiram be'alma v'yemru amen. Yehei shalama Rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yemru amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yemru amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, hu shalom aleinu ve'al kol Zikronam Livracha, may their memories be forever a blessing.
Amen.
Please be seated. Almost every single Friday night, the president of our congregation, Joe Pollock, is here at synagogue, but he tends to leave at about, 6:45 or so with his kids because they're young, and so, he's here for Tachabat, so it's an honor to have him here for the later service, and the kids are still here too, right?
Yeah, you can hear them.
Yeah. Well, there's ice cream involved, so...
Shabbat Shalom. On behalf of the congregation and the Board of Trustees, welcome to Temple Beth Emeth. We're very glad you're here, and thank you to Donnie Mossing, our artist in residence for the weekend, and to our choir for lending their voices. This weekend, our Artist in Residence weekend, is partially underwritten by the TBE Music Fund and by an anonymous donor. It continues tomorrow with a concert at 7 p.m. There are tickets that you may purchase at the door if you have not already purchased your tickets. I hope that you will come. It's sure to be an exciting concert, and I think it will be a very great show. Additionally, on Sunday morning at 10 a.m., there is a TBE Families event that's happening in co-sponsorship with PJ Library. Sunday morning at 10 a.m. at our Jewish Community Center. And the other thing that you should be aware of is that this coming week on Tuesday is our annual Erev Thanksgiving service. This is a joint effort. This is a time when our congregation, Temple Beth Emeth, comes together with our neighbors from St. Clair's in a joint service. It's at 7 o'clock on Tuesday. Hope to see you there. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Joe. One of the things that I think I told the congregation once as we were leading up to this weekend that Donnie, one of my memories of you was at Temple Israel of Hollywood. I came to for a service one night, and there was some little child that started crying in the middle of the service, and you sort of told the story right then, incorporating the crying of the child, and it made me think. It made me think while you were also telling your story tonight about your grandfather noticing the beauty and the wonder of the world all of the time, and hearing some little voices in the background. It was a reminder. It was a reminder for me that those little voices don't stay little voices for all too long, and so to continue to appreciate those little voices, even if they sometimes can distract us from stories. It's still important. So, not that you just have to have a little voice to join me on the bima, but if, as I like to say, you think of yourself as a young person, that's how I like to introduce this now. Please join us on the bima for Kiddush and Motzi.
That really means anyone's welcome.
Anybody
to come
who
on
thinks of themselves as a young person. All right. Excellent. Thank you very much.
Page 123.
And we raise our Kiddush cup and say, at the very beginning of everything, when God created the heaven and the earth, God made a separation between the sea above and the sea below. And God planted plants on the earth and put the sun and the moon and the stars in the sea above, and then put the fish and the sea monsters in the sea below and the flying creatures in the sea above, and then created all of the creepy crawly things that crawl all over the earth, and then finally created us human beings and said to us, now it's time to rest.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei beri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'yahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron le'maaseh v'reshit, ki hu yom techila le'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher le'tziyat Mitzrayim, kivanu b'chata Be'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat ad kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon, inchaltanu
Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat
L'chaim.
All right. They even gave us 2 tonight. That's good. All right. You
I think they had a feeling we were going to be hungry.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon.
Grab some. Sure. There you go.
He just goes.
All right. What page are we on?
We're on the handout.
A handout. All right.
Because
Thank
not
you.
all of the words are strictly from the Hebrew of the prayer.
Right. Couple of Ladino words in there. Thank you so much for tonight, for bringing me here, for being here.
Thank
it's
you
such
so
a
much for
pleasure
coming.
singing with Cantor Regina and with Rabbi Josh and the choir. You guys really have a wonderful volunteer choir here. So thank you very much. And thank you, David, for playing last night. And thank you, David, for playing tonight. So we didn't even have to change names. Awesome. Please come tomorrow. It's very, very, very different. And Sarah Lansert, my wonderful soloist from LA, is coming in, flying in to sing with me. So and the choir will also join in a couple of songs. So really thank you from the bottom of my heart. Shabbat Shalom to everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yigdal.
יגדל אלוהים חי וישתבח נמצא בעיניהם אל מציאותו נמצא בעיניהם אל מציאותו אחד ואין יחיד כייחודו נעלם וגם אין סוף לאחדותו bendicho estás siempre nombre de su luz. אין לו דמות הגוף ואינו גוף לא נער אוכליו קדושתו לא נער אוכליו קדושתו קדמון לכל דבר אשר נברא ראשון ואין ראשית לראשיתו bendicho está siempre nombre de su לא קם בישראל כמשה עוד נביא ומביט את אמונתו נביא ומביט את אמונתו תורת אמת נתן לאמואל על יד נביאו נאמן ביתו bendicho está siempre nombre de su Están tres ellos y Karim, temen de ley de Moshe y su profecía, temen de ley de Moshe y su profecía.
down in the social hall. Thank you to all of the sponsors, and in particular, Kolalev for all of the baking that they've done. Thank you to all of our ushers from Brotherhood, and a special thank you to Donnie Mossing.